Hello friends, I am Komal Singh, legal researcher at Enterslice, and today we will discuss the Insurance Broker Audit. An Insurance Broker Audit is the audit conducted on the insurance broking activities of an insurance broker, where the insurance broker auditor examines the policies and liabilities, procedures, taxes, due and paid, risk assessment, and other financial records of the insurance brokering activities. An insurance broker audit is carried out to ensure that the insurance broker implements the best practices available and under the applicable laws and regulations. We at Enterslice assist in terms of insurance broker audit services for your brokering business. Before starting the topic, firstly we have to understand who are insurance brokers. Regulation 2K of the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India Insurance Brokers Regulation 2013 provides a definition of an insurance broker, which means a person who can be a direct broker, a reinsurance broker, or a composite broker for the time being registered by IRDAI. It must be noted that a person according to the given definition includes a company registered under the Companies Act 2013 or a cooperative society registered under the Cooperative Societies Act 1912 or under any law the registration of the cooperative societies or a limited liability partnership formed under the E-Limited Liability Partnership Act 2008 or any other person recognized by IRDAI as per the insurance broker. Now, do you know what the capital requirements are for insurance broker? The capital requirements of insurance broker depend on the type of insurance broking activities carried out by the broker. So, direct broker needs to have a paid up capital contribution of rupees 75 lakhs, a reinsurance broker of rupees 4 crores and a composite broker of rupees 5 crores. Also, there are some deposit requirements for the insurance broker. An insurance broker before the commencement of brokering business shall deposit the amount with any scheduled bank, which is equivalent to 10 lakh rupees for direct brokers and 10% of the minimum capital contribution mentioned under the above mentioned capital requirements. Now, start with the topic. What are the aspects of broker audit? Net worth requirement. An insurance broker at any time during the period of the certification of registration is required to maintain a net worth of rupees 50 lakh in the case of direct broker and 50% of the minimum capital requirements. The insurance broker auditor is supposed to check whether the insurance broker has submitted to the IRDAI a net worth certificate duly signed by an auditor every half year. Internal controls and system. Every insurance broker must ensure that a proper system of internal audit is in place and such systems are adequate according to the size, nature and complexity of the business. Maintenance of books of accounts, records, etc. Every insurance broker must prepare a balance sheet or statement of affairs at the end of each accounting period for the financial year, a profit and loss account for that period, the position of cash funds flow through the direct method, and additional details on the insurance broking business as may be required by IRDAI. The insurance broker is required to submit to IRDAI a copy of audited financial statements of the above mentioned records along with an auditor reports on that within 30 days of holding an annual general meeting or before 30th September every year, whichever is earlier. An insurance broker auditor is supposed to issue a certificate confirming compliance with these regulations in the prescribed format given in the schedule, and the same shall be submitted to IRDAI by the auditor. On the other hand, every insurance broker is required to submit the details of the statutory auditors engaged by them along with audited accounts given in the prescribed form. It must be noted that an insurance broker can appoint the insurance broker auditor for a maximum continuous period of up to 5 years. Ceiling on the business from the single client. The insurance broker auditor must check whether the business of the insurance broker is carried out in such a manner that not more than 50% of the business of the broker is generated from any one client during a financial year. An insurance broker is required to furnish a certificate duly furnished by a chartered accountant confirming compliance with this regulation every year along with the audited accounts. Now, I will explain the obligation of the insurer. The insurance broker auditor has to ensure that the insurer has filed an audit certificate on the compliance with the above mentioned undertaking on an annual with the audited accounts of the insurer. If you are an insurance broker or have a plan to become insurance, then understand the obligation of the insurance broker. The broker needs to make explicit disclosures of being a sister company of the insurer and is part of the same promoter group in all the stationery that is used for communication with the clients, in the publicity materials and at all the offices of the broker. An insurance broker auditor needs to ensure whether the broker has disclosed related party transactions with the insurance company belonging to the promoter group in its audited accounts and balance sheet as prescribed in the accounting standards. Now, let me explain about obligations which are on both insurer and the insurance broker. An insurance broker auditor needs to check whether the insurance company or the insurance broker maintains an arm's length distance, which means that no employee or director of the insurance broker shall be a director, employee or agent of the insurance company. The auditor also needs to ensure that the broker does not offer loans or other such facilities or incentives to officers or employees of the insurer within the group or vice versa. Now, understand the necessity and importance of filing returns. An insurance broker auditor has to ensure whether the following certificates duly certified by the auditor have been furnished to IRDAI before 31st October and 30th April of each year. A certificate spelling that the insurance broker is maintaining the required capital, that the insurance broker is not engaged in any other businesses other than insurance broking, and that the broker maintains the required net worth required under the applicable regulations and the prescribed annexures. A certificate indicating that the insurance broker is maintaining the deposit in the scheduled bank following the applicable regulations and annexures. A certificate indicating that a professional indemnity policy is in force according to the applicable regulations and annexures mentioned in the regulations. A certificate indicating that the insurance broker has received the remuneration according to the limits prescribed in the applicable regulations and related annexures. A certificate indicating that a reinsurance broker or a composite broker complies with the provisions of the Regulation 33 of the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, and that a separate insurance bank account is being maintained and that monies lying in the said account are not being used for any purpose other than the specified in above mentioned regulations. A certificate in the case of composite broker of a reinsurance broker on the amount of remuneration or fees earned during the period and any transfer made to any other account as per these regulations. I hope we covered all aspects related to the insurance broker audit and you get the all clarity about the topic. To have all knowledge about the domain in which you are dealing, but some services require professional assistance, and Enterslice can give you overall advisory and assistance in conducting an insurance broker audit, as we are a team of highly skilled and dedicated professionals. We specialize in providing legal consultancy services. Feel free to reach us number mentioned below on the screen. Thank you for watching the video.